Happy New Year, people. It's about time we get started on my New Year's resolution. Yeah, baby. Oh, hell no. 2017, let's make it a great start. Let's make it a great start with yours truly. It's your boy, Brass Tax in this bitch, you already know. There's been a ton of new subscribers in this bitch. I'm appreciative as a mofo. I review 4K movies in this bitch, right? Which is why you're here. And today we're gonna review The Town, Ben Affleck in this bitch. But before we do that, let me just say that this review is broken up into 3 sections. Number 1, I'm gonna talk about the movie in this bitch, very briefly. Number 2, I'm gonna go balls deep. No protection, no nothing. Right into the transfer. I'm gonna give you the most comprehensive review of a transfer you've ever heard in your whole life, because that's what I do, that's how I do shit. And number 3, I'm gonna give you my final thoughts on this bitch. Immediately following my final thoughts, I will ask you to subscribe. Because it's 2017, let's start shit off right. Listen, let's just keep it real. Let's just stop the Ben Affleck hate, okay? The dude is a great director, and he's a great actor when he's not in a relationship. Let's not act like we ain't fucked up, yeah? You know how all us guys would be cool and shit, and then as soon as we get in a relationship, we're like, oh baby, you hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. That's how we be in this bitch, okay? We get all crazy, we lose our identity, we become pussies. Not me, not me. So he's sitting down looking across the room to Jennifer Lopez's fine ass, nasty. And she just like, hey, listen, let's just make a movie together. And he's like, oh baby, I love you, let's do it. And they had 2 movies together, I believe. Both shitty. After that shit, he no longer credible as an actor in this bitch. And that's unfortunate, because he is. He's a decent actor. He was great in Dawn of Justice. He's been great in a lot of films. I do believe he's an even better director in this bitch. Now I've got that shit out the way, let's talk about the movie. This film is directed and co-written by Ben Affleck, taken from a novel called Prince of Thieves in this bitch. You got 4 really close friends. They rob a bank, they take a chick hostage, they let the bitch go. Ben Affleck subsequently follows her around and shit, making sure she don't say shit, but ends up falling in love with the girl. Ben Affleck eventually wants out, and I guess his friends don't want that to happen. He's also got daddy issues and whatever else. Now, if I tell you more about the story, you're gonna be like, shit. What the fuck, I need to watch it for you done told me everything. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I enjoyed it. I thought it had everything. I thought it had tension. Directing was very good. The shot, the cinematography of the movie was very good. The movie overall, I enjoyed. But as good as the movie is, it doesn't bring anything new. Like whatever they've done, whatever they've shown in this movie, whatever the plot is, whatever's going on, we've seen it all before in this bitch. Multiple times. It's got a good cast. It's got a lot of good actors in it. Right? The acting's top notch as far as I'm concerned. What I also love about this movie is the pacing. It doesn't waste any time. Like bam, bam, bam. It's fast. When I saw the trailer, I was getting ready for a slow one. It was a fast one in this bitch. Ultimately, the main characters are bad guys. Makes you feel for them. But once again, it doesn't bring anything new to the table that I haven't seen before. It's well directed. The screenplay is good. The story is decent, but it's nothing new in this bitch. Now, The Town doesn't have any visual effects, so that's non-applicable. But The Town is shot in 35. Digital intermediate 2K. Upscaled to 4K. DTS HD master audio. For the most part, the transfer is decent, if not a little inconsistent. There are sharp scenes, there are very detailed scenes. There are also soft scenes, which I don't fucking understand. There's just some shots, maybe they were shot with different cameras or what have you, but there's some shots you look at and you're saying to yourself, that's fucking soft. Do you know what I mean? What's going on in this bitch? But when it's firing on all cylinders, it's firing on all cylinders. You look closely at people's faces, you can see everything, wrinkles and spots. So the clarity and the detail is there 70% of the time. The HDR is also good. It's pretty bold, it's pretty rich, it's pretty vibrant in parts. It's natural when it needs to be when it comes to skin tones and flesh tones and what have you. It's pretty natural looking. It's not oversaturated in those areas, but there's other areas where it is very rich in this bitch. Example is, you know when Ben Affleck is talking to the girl he's fallen for and shit, they're outside and there's some greenery, or I think they're in a garden or something. I don't know. The amount of different shades of green and shit was just immense. That shit really stood out to me. The wide colored display is really trying to show off here. There's quite a fair amount of pop in the scenes, especially landscape shots. You notice the depth. Foreground, point of interest, background, you notice these things. Even when actors are on the screen and they're talking, you can see the background behind them, you can see layers, which obviously adds to the immersion. The black levels are a little inconsistent. There's times where it looks really clear, you can make out everything, and there's other times where it does look a little blurry, a little muddy. It is inconsistent, but mostly it's a pretty decent transfer. It's never going to be top 10. You will definitely notice an improvement over the 1080p Blu-ray. What I don't like about this Blu-ray is the fucking noise. God damn, the noise in this bitch, the film grain, shit. It's just it's a bit too much for my liking, you know, just a little bit too much, but I'm really picky with these things. I like a clean digital shot. Some people don't mind. It may not bother you, but it bothered me. And obviously in night scenes, it's a little bit more grainier than it is in day scenes. So I don't understand. Dawn of Justice, Warner Brothers, ultimate cut on the 4K. Suicide Squad, no extended edition on the Blu-ray. The Town, once again, unfortunately people, the motherfucking extended cut is in the 1080p. They fucking us again in this bitch. You know what they done? They got us by the ankles, yeah? And they're doing all of this shit. And all we're doing is just taking it. We're just taking it, guys. We're just taking it. Some people like this movie. Some people hated this movie. I thought it was decent, but nothing really stand out for me. Nothing that really made me feel like it was anything fresh, but it was very well told. It's one of Ben Affleck's better movies, for sure. It won some acclaim. For that reason, if you want to pick it up, but I wouldn't pay full price for it. But that's just my opinion on the movie itself. Yeah, and you know, I say this all the time, right? It's the best it's ever looked. That's not to say that it's an amazing transfer. That's just to say that the transfer is very inconsistent, so things you notice will vary, but you will definitely notice the richer colors, the wider colors, for sure. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to hit the like if you like the video. Remember to subscribe in this bitch. Happy New Year, by the way. Shit. Take care. I'll catch you guys soon.